and 3 students of the Adesso Presbyterian Senior High School in the Eastern Region have been crashed to death in a motor vehicle accident on Sunday evening. The male students were riding on a single motorcycle from Nsawam to Asamankese when they collided head-on with a Hyundai bus at Roman, a suburb of Adesso. 16 others, including the driver and the mate of the bus who sustained varying degrees of injuries after their vehicle somersaulted, are said to be responding to treatment at the Nsawam Government Hospital. The identities of the deceased have been given as Nana Yao and Kwame. They're said to be between the ages of 16 and 18. Our correspondent Kofi Siao has joined us on the phone with more. Kofi, what more do we know about the accident? Right, you're live on Joy News Desk. We have Kofi Siao with us on the line, where we are learning that 3 boys have died between the ages of 16 and 18, have died in a motorcycle accident at Adesso in the Eastern Region. Kofi is with us now. Kofi, tell us a bit more about this accident.
Well, Daniel, the people involved in this accident are died. They are day students, if I may say so. That is what the authorities are telling us. And they are students of the Adesso Presbyterian Senior High School. So what happened was that they were traveling from Adesso to Asamankese when the incident happened. And so the school authorities say that it is very sad that this thing is happening at a time when school just reopened. And the other vehicle, which is a bus. Hello?
Kofi,
Hello?
Pardon me, Kofi, go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying that the Hyundai vehicle was traveling from the opposite direction, that is from Asamankese to Nsawam, when the incident happened. The report is that when they were traveling, the motorbike overtook some vehicles ahead of it and crashed directly into the Hyundai bus, thereby causing the accident.
Right. Kofi, tell us a bit more about these 3 boys.
Come again?
Tell us a bit more about these 3 boys. Who are they?
These 3 boys, just as I said before, are students of the Adesso Senior High School, the Presbyterian school there, and they are day students, as the authorities told me. And so it is sad that this accident could happen at a time when they just reopened school. So if you ask me about the students, they are day students of the Adesso Presbyterian Senior High School.
Thank you very much, Kofi Siao, for joining us. You're live on Joy News Desk, and that was Kofi Siao reporting that 3 boys have died from a road accident today. The average daily tally for road accidents in the nation has become 9 per day. This has increased from 8 per day in last year. This year has seen the highest number of road accidents in the period between January and February in the past 5 years. This is already against the backdrop that Ghana records more than 2,000 deaths from road accidents every single year for the past 10 years. Unfortunate, really. Calls have been made from various stakeholders. Investigations have been done about the real causes. One statistic that we know is that, for instance, in the case of road accidents, more than 900 occurred last year, with corresponding deaths as a result of these road accidents also going high. But at the heart of the matter, we must understand that with a daily average of 3 people, of 9 people dying, it goes to say that before today is over, we might lose more lives. It's quite unfortunate that these boys have passed away. May their souls rest in perfect peace. We'll take a few messages. Stay with us. And you're welcome back. This is Joy News Desk. Let's speak to Cecil Gabra, who is a road transportation expert on this road accident. Cecil, very unfortunate incident, isn't it?
Yeah, very, 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 very unfortunate. In fact, I am looking at it to say, hey, if it had been my son or my brother's son, I mean, it's really pathetic, and my condolences to the bereaved families. It's really a very sad news this morning that we all heard. But whose fault? That is the issue, right? I for sure think enforcement is one of the main technical issues in road safety that we need to deal with. There is no proper enforcement in this country. If there's an enforcement in this country on road regulations, I do not think the three of them will even go and ride on the bike. The two of them will ride on the bike. I don't know who was riding, who knows how to ride. But in this country, we have about 99% of riders who do not even have the right license to ride. I'm talking about the license A, okay, which is for motorcycling. I mean, I do not think that they all have it. That is it. Have they had any training on motorbikes? I mean, was it even an issue of Okada? We need to investigate all this, but it's really an unfortunate situation. Regulations do not work. If regulations work, then everybody will understand that two people cannot sit on a motorbike. Motorbikes cannot ride somewhere on the motorway, because the law says that any motorcycle less than 125 cubic capacity cannot even be on the motorway. But what do we say? It's laws. Laws are not working. And I think I cited an example just yesterday to a very good friend that I was driving on the Spintex Road, and there you are, 4x4s, driving in the middle of the road with their lights on, their strobe lights are also on, headlights. I mean, these are not government officials. They are individuals who have fixed the lights on. So this is it. Laws are not working. And for me, the political events that took place last year is over. It is time for us to work. We really need the police together with the military to help us solve this problem, because, I mean, my grandmother, the Fanti lady, would say, whatever happens, they'll continue to do it if the enforcement is not working, right? We have the regulations, and pillion riders are not even supposed to be doubled or supposed to even have the knowledge of riding, and that's what is causing a lot of accidents on the motor riding issues, right? People who sit behind the motors are not riders. They do not know how to ride, so they don't know even how to sit on their bike. Some of them will hold the riders so firmly, hold their jackets, and some of them will be looking on the road and so on. They are supposed to sit down, quite flexible. But in all situations, I think it is time for us to clamp down on unregistered motorbikes, clamp down on riders who do not have the requisite documents to ride. I'm talking about the license A, and then majority of them do not even have any insurance on them. Do they wear helmets? A lot more must look at it. And then also we need to look at the issue of those tricycles, okay? And tricycles, I mean, they are quite a nuisance now, right? Where are they riding? On highways and so on. Laws must work in this country. So I just told a friend that, we haven't seen anything yet. We are going to have more deaths. More deaths. I'm sorry, but I need to say it. We are going to have more accidents on our road. Okada accidents are going to increase, whether it's Okada or motorcycling, because they don't know the laws. Riders are not supposed to even ride in the middle of the two vehicles. Right. If they are riding, let's say, on a dual carriage road, they are not supposed to even ride in the middle of the road. But what do we see? It is there. Pedestrians are
is it not, Mr. Gabra, is it not a lack of presence of the police on the roads? Because We do find that there are some police checkpoints, and this was a very rural area in the eastern region, wasn't it? I dare so. Could it be that maybe the police are not resourced enough or are not enough on the roads?
It is not the issue of whether they are resourced or not, but the issue now is that when they arrest them, where do they take them to? Okay, if they arrest you and you can find your way by giving something out to the police, which is very normal, okay, of certain policemen, then they'll go back and become recalcitrant again, right? So I feel the motor courts must work. They arrest you straight away. They must deal with you. I mean, if you need to go to jail, you must go to jail for 3 months. If it is 250 penalty units, which is, I think, equivalent to about 600 cedis, pay. And in addition, they should go to spend some time to do some work. How do you call that work? I mean, community work. Okay, let people suffer for doing the wrong thing than just freeing them to continue to fool around. So it's not an issue of police presses, but police must really arrest such people and then deal with them according to the laws. Are you aware?
For that to even become a deterrent. So thank you so much. Unfortunately, that's all time would allow us for this morning.